Hello friends, this video in Matter and Surroundings part 10 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Surprised that evaporation actually has a cooling effect. See, when in the open vessel actually, if the liquid is kept for evaporation, you don't supply any external heat, whatever heat you get is from the atmosphere. So it evaporates, right? So it evaporates, so some amount of energy is required to convert this liquid to gas. Liquid to gas, some amount of energy is required. So from where will it take the energy? It will take the energy from environment. So if it is taking heat energy from the environment is becoming cooler. Why? Because the heat from the environment, I'll write here, heat from environment is used to convert liquid at surface to gas. Why I wrote surface? Because it happens the evaporation is all surface phenomena, right? So heat from environment is used to convert liquid from surface to gas, and thus the whole environment is cooler. Hope you understand. Because the environment heat is used, environment become cooler and liquid evaporate. And that's why we sweat. When we sweat, we have water molecules, or we have water in our on our skin, and then environmental heat is used to evaporate, and thus the skin becomes cooler. In fact, the heat from the body is used to evaporate. Heat from the body is used to evaporate, and then the body becomes cooler, right? So body heat is used to evaporate sweat, and thus body cools down. Okay. Also, if you put acetone or the nail polish remover on your palm, or even petrol in your palm, you see that the nail polish remover or the petrol, it evaporates very fast because they have very low boiling point. It evaporates very fast, but to evaporate it uses the heat energy from your palm, and thus your palm is cooler. You feel cold. In summer, we sprinkle water on the terrace to cool down. Why? Because, so let's suppose this is our house, right? So if this is the house and you sprinkle water here, so what will happen is water will use the heat energy from this terrace to evaporate. So the terrace will cool down. Understand? So for example, in this area, this is your veranda. On this you put some water. Water will use the heat energy from the veranda to evaporate. Water will go off. It will evaporate, but your terrace, this veranda will cool down. Same thing. In the hand, you have some water. This water will use the heat energy from the body. It will cool down. So your body will cool down. Correct? Same logic is used there as well. Also, you must have noticed that we prefer to wear cotton clothes in summer. Why? Because in summer, we perspire. We generate more sweat. Because of the body mechanism, right? Because the body wants to cool itself, so it will produce more sweat. And the reason I just gave you. Now, if you wear the cotton clothes, the good part about cotton is cotton absorbs water. Sweat is also water. So if you are sweating, the cotton will actually absorb sweat from your skin, and it will come out here. So this sweat will come out here, and this sweat then again will evaporate from here. But if you wear something else, let's suppose polyester will not absorb water. You can actually do this experiment in your home. You take a cotton handkerchief, and you can take a polyester, maybe swimming dresses, swimsuit is typically polyester, and you will dip it in water. Then you will see that the cotton easily absorbs water, but the polyester will not absorb water so easily. Okay, since cotton absorbs water easily, it's a good absorber of water. It absorbs sweat and exposes it to the external atmosphere. From there it can easily evaporate, and since it will evaporate, it will cool down your whole body, because it will cool down your fabric. Okay. The next question is, you must have seen the chilled glass. The chilled glass, it will have droplets of water here. If you see, you must have seen, this is all droplets of water. The question is, from where is it coming? Is it coming from the same water? Answer is no. You can try that, because in the Coca-Cola, let's suppose, inside this you have Coca-Cola, and what you see is pure water, right? So from where is this water coming in? Now we have told that this atmosphere has something called humidity. Humidity is nothing but what? Vapors. So vapors in the air. So we already have vapors here in the atmosphere. Now when it comes in contact with the chilled glass or chilled cold drink, this is very cold, right? So you take vapor, when you cool it, what you will get? You will get water, right? Because in water, when you heat it, you get vapor. So if you take vapor, you cool it, you will get water. Same thing. So atmospheric vapors, when you cool it, when it comes in contact with this glass edge, it gets cooled down because of the cooled chilled ring, and this vapors get converted into droplets. So please note that this droplet which you see here is from atmospheric vapor. It is not something from the drink. Okay, so when this water vapor from the air comes in contact with this cold glass of water, it loses its kinetic energy and gets converted to liquid state. Okay, so it is not the water from the glass, but it is the water from the atmosphere. Okay. Question is, why does the desert cooler cool better on hot dry air? See, desert cooler does one thing. If it is hot and dry day, it will work effectively. But if it is humid, it will not work effectively. Why? Because the only thing this cooler will do is it will increase the humidity of the surrounding. Because so there will be water pump somewhere, and this water pump, there will be fan here. So this fan will actually throw water to the atmosphere. It will increase the humidity of the surrounding. That's what it does. So it increases humidity of surrounding. Okay. Now humidity is what? Nothing but water. Water particles actually. So these water particles, when they take heat from air, and they convert into gas. That is water vapors. But actually in the whole thing, what is happening is the heat from air is being used and the air is becoming cooler. Correct. See, this cooler is increasing the humidity of the surrounding. It is adding more water particles to the surrounding. These water particles will take heat from the air and convert to gas. So this heat from the air actually is used, and thus the air becomes cooler. But in the humid weather, this is already humidity is very high. So at that point, a point is reached where even if you add more water to the atmosphere, it won't solve any purpose. Okay, only hot and dry day it makes more sense. So typically in the coastal area, the cooler wind won't make much difference. Why do water kept in the earthen pot or matka becomes cool during summer? So if you see any earthen pot, it will have small pores. It will have small pores. That is the main thing about this earthen pot. It will have small pores. And from small pores, water will seep through these pores. So water actually seeps through the pores. Okay, and these water will actually reach to the surface. And this water actually then evaporates. To evaporate, it will actually need heat. So it will take the heat from the earthen pot, and the water will become cool. Correct? Since there is a water here, water molecules here, it has to evaporate. So it will take heat from water inside pot. Okay, so water inside pot will give heat to this water on the surface of this earthen pot, and thus the water inside the pot will become cooler. Okay. Acetone or perfume, actually. This is the question where your palm feel cold when you put acetone or perfume or petrol. See, all these things, acetone, perfume or petrol, they evaporates very easily at very low temperature. Now when you put some petrol here, let's suppose, you use some petrol here, this petrol will evaporate. So to evaporate, this will take heat from where? From your palm. So if it takes heat from your palm becomes cooler. Simple. We are able to sip hot tea or milk faster from saucer than cup. So if you notice this cup, if you see this is your cup. See, this is a saucer. So in saucer, the surface area is more. Surface area is more, and we know that evaporation is all surface phenomena. Okay, so if you keep a hot milk in saucer, it will cool down pretty easily because the evaporation has a cooling effect. So evaporation has cooling effect. That is something we have seen so many times now. And evaporation is also surface phenomena. Bigger is the surface, more is the evaporation, more is the cooling effect. So if you put the hot tea in saucer, it will get cooled down pretty easily. And you can easily sip even if it is hot because it cools down pretty fast. The question is, what type of clothes should we wear in summer? We have discussed this. We should wear cotton clothes, not polyester. Why cotton? Because cotton absorbs water, and in this case in summer we sweat a lot, so cotton is a good sweat absorber, and this sweat is absorbed and exposed to atmosphere, and then evaporation take place, and evaporation cool down your body.
Thank you. Visit examfear.com to watch more videos, attempt free online tests, get free study materials, find tutors and mentors, and much more. Thanks once again.